So, do you have those pieces of your life that don't seem to fit or make any sense at all? I know I do. Hi. Welcome to 5-Minute Fika, where we find the time to do a little self-care of the soul by thinking about true and beautiful things. Well, I don't know about you, but I have entire portions of my life that don't seem to match anything else. And it's been an adventure, that's for sure. And we're going to talk about that a little more. But first, remember how I told you that I love words and that sometimes we were going to read? Well, I found this beautiful passage this week that I would love to share with you. It's so beautifully written. And it's also a great reminder that you can sometimes find beautiful things in unexpected places. Because this particular passage is in a cooking magazine. Actually, guilty pleasure. I love to read cooking magazines. This one, and this one's very old, and but their editor used to write these beautiful editorials at the beginning. And I just thought it was so well done, I wanted to share it with you. So, pretend that you're in kindergarten. Get comfortable, close your eyes, settle in, find somewhere comfy. Make sure you've got your coffee or your tea or a glass of something wonderful. And let me read to you. So this is called This Old House. Our house in Vermont was built in 1827. It's still upstanding with 4-pane vertical windows, white clapboards, a steep roof, marble mounting blocks in front for horses, and a narrow porch around 3 sides. It has a large mudroom, claw-footed bathtubs instead of showers, and a small railroad kitchen. The attic contains a brick cistern originally fed by gutters, with the water drawn down to the rest of the house by gravity. It sits next to Sherman's Country Store, a local institution stocked with Labatt's and Paps, cold cuts, and a wheel of Vermont cheddar. The cat sleeps on the scale. A coffee booth sits next to the front window, and there are stuffed animals, including woodchuck, wild boar, and a jackalope for the tourists. Our house also has 2 distinctly different sides. The half with the kitchen and dining room is 3 stories, with 2 square bedrooms on the 2nd floor and 2 smaller rooms on the 3rd, separated by a stepped brick chimney. The staircase's treads are cherry, as is the foyer. The windows almost reach to the floor, and there is a faux marble fireplace in the dining room. The other side has a rough-built staircase with narrow painted treads, plain moldings, and a small hobbit-sized door connecting the 2 sides on the 2nd floor. One side is rather grand, and the other looks like it was built for farmhands. But nobody remembers why it is 2 houses joined together. Even the original stone foundation tells no tales. The house was clearly built at one time. Nothing has been added on. But it's a bit of a hodgepodge. An outside porch door once led only into a bathroom. 7 doors lead off the dining room. Old plumbing gives one a clue that the kitchen was once in the mudroom. Each side of the house had only 1 bathroom. But I know I live in a house that's alive. How many times have family and friends sat in close quarters after dinner, in a room full of radiators and pipes, doorways and windows, and felt shrouded in happiness, floating on a buoyant sea of ancient evenings? Our house is always good company. These days I observe the reflections in the faces around the table and see the expected. A common cause, shared passions, and hard times, as well as years transformed into history much like this house. Old doorways blocked, intentions obscured. Yet there is new life, a bright coat of paint and a renovated kitchen, renewed inspiration and a fresh start. The past is the foundation for the future. It's late, and I'm finishing up the dishes. I hear a creak on the stairs and a dull clang from the basement. It could be a ghost. Or just the house trying to speak up, to say that it's happy that both new life and old walk across its well-worn floorboards. It's a reminder that old houses have lives of their own. They live and breathe, inviting us in from the storm when we most need shelter. And I love this little passage. I think for a lot of my life, I've kind of felt like a house that's being built. Floors get put on and windows get put in and curtains are hung, and they seem to have nothing that matches, nothing that makes sense for years. Maybe you feel the same way. Maybe you feel like there are parts of your life that don't make any sense. What is this time in my life all about? What about these people that are in my life, or maybe now they're no longer in my life? And life can be it can feel very confusing. But even in the midst of the very different pieces of our lives, I love that this is a reminder that it's still a place that is home. that your life can still be home, a place where other people can come to find shelter from the storm, a place where other people can come to feel loved, to feel safe around a table. There's a vibrancy that is still possible, even in a house that's a hodgepodge. Just like there's a vibrancy that's still possible, even in a life that's a hodgepodge, even in a life that doesn't make any sense. So we're actually going to talk about this more tomorrow, but I just wanted to read this to you because I just thought it was so well done and just really made sense to me about how life can be crazy and still a beautiful thing. And it's a great reminder that you sometimes find beautiful things in completely unexpected places. So until tomorrow, don't forget that it is good to be alive. You are not in this alone. And you, my darling, are spectacular. Have a great day.